All right, today is Wednesday. It's May 6th, and we're going to finish up our quick lesson here on credit and debt. So on Monday and Tuesday, I did not give you any assignment. But we're going to have an assignment today when this is over, but it shouldn't be very long. And then on Thursday, you'll have a quiz over this, and that will be your only assignment, guys, and then you are done. So let me share my screen. So we left off here. Let me do this. And so we've been talking about credit and different types of credit, and kind of gave you some facts related to credit and the problem it possesses. And then if it's so bad, why do we do it? So I'm going to share with you a couple advantages of credit. So obviously, one is you could have immediate possession. If you had to wait to save up for everything, you wouldn't be able to have an immediate possession. Would allow you to get it now, especially if, during this coronavirus and stuff. Let's say you needed a computer for home to do your schoolwork, or you needed a new computer, you can immediately go get it. There is a little bit of flexibility with it. As we go through this, you can still maybe maintain a certain part of your lifestyle. There is flexibility if you're running out of funds. There is safety, especially during Christmas time as you go to the malls and stuff like that. There is the ability to walk around the mall without maybe carrying $1,000 with you or on you. And there's that safety issue. It's just a piece of plastic in your pocket. And you can use it as an emergency fund. Friday, when Ian and I went down to South Carolina, I had my credit card with me. Why? Well, just in case. What if my car broke down? What if something happened? I'd have some money there just in case. So we have it. You can immediately get it. There's flexibility, especially the flexibility also comes in if I need it today and tomorrow's payday and I can't wait, I could get it now. The safety of having, and if you lose your card, you can immediately cancel it. If I dropped my money on the ground, I can't immediately cancel it. The emergency fund, and then we could start. One advantage of having credit is it helps build credit. It helps build your credit score. That's huge. We talked about the credit score. The higher your credit score, the lower your interest rate, the better credit worthy you are. But the obvious disadvantage of credit and credit cards and stuff is the overspending and the high cost of it. I showed you on that house loan where I borrowed $84,000. And if I would have just maintained making my regular monthly payment for 30 years, I would have paid back that $84,000 plus all the finance charges, the interest, to around $221,000. And that's obviously that's pretty expensive. But what other option do you have when you don't have $84,000 on you? I think probably the largest disadvantage of credit is the impulse buying. You have your debit, you have your debit card on you, or you have your credit card on you. It's just like, oh, I'll just buy it. And we got into that conversation. We were driving why I like to use cash as opposed to using a card. Because if I reach in my pocket and there's no money, we don't buy it. It's that simple. So credit cards lead to impulse buying, and then it can ruin your credit if it gets out of control. Many people have had their credit ruined by overspending. And then your credit score drops. And then all of a sudden, you need to obtain a cosigner and stuff like that. So when you go to get a card, what are you looking for? I think the number one thing you need to look for is the APR, the annual percentage rate. You need to sit there and you need to take a look at, find out what it is. And what you really want to know, is it fixed or variable? Variable rates, we know the lender could change at any point in time. A fixed rate can change, guys, if you're late. But is this rate fixed or is it variable? Ask questions, especially when you go to the bank. Ask them. You can negotiate with these people and ask them what's going on. What you want to know is what the periodic rate is. And the periodic rate is the interest rate applied to your account balance each month. The interest rate applied to your account balance each billing month. You want to know what the periodic rate is. And you want to know when are they computing it. How are finance charges totaled up? How are they computed? Are they computed monthly? Are they computed daily? Are they based upon usage? Is there a grace period? Here's my house mortgage has a grace period. It is due on the 1st. So if I write the check, it's due on the 1st. They have to have it in their possession. I think it's by the 8th. So there's a little bit of time if there is an overlap or with pay and stuff like that. Is there a grace period? Or if it's due, let's say if it's due the 1st, what is the 1st? Does it mean it has to be in their hands at the 1st, or does it have to be postmarked the 1st? If it has to be postmarked the 1st, you need to find that mailbox and know what time they're picking up the mail and what time they're stamping, stuff like that. So you need to know that information. And then lastly, ask seriously, what's the credit card? What's the charge? Is there a membership fee? That your American Express, stuff like that, they're going to have membership fees. Does your card have a membership fee on it? You want the simplest, easiest, most basic card to get started. Okay? You want the most basic card to get started. The APR, the periodic rate, how is it applied? Finance charges, the grace period. Will they give you time? Or is it due that day? Does it need to be in their hands? So we went through the credit card facts already. So here's the last thing. How to establish credit. So you want to start to build up your credit. You want to establish your credit score. How do I do it? How do I improve my credit score? You're 18 now. Your credit clock is going. So one of the best ways to establish a credit score is to obtain some type of credit or store card. You could do it a variety of ways. I would certainly talk with my parents about how to do it. And what I would do if I got any sort of credit card, I would ask for a very low credit line, $200, $300. That way it doesn't get out of control. I would ask for that. The advantage of a store card over a credit card, obviously, is that the store card you can only use at that one store. So it might reduce impulse shopping a little bit. Not sure I'd get a store card at my favorite store though. But the Visa, MasterCard gives you a little bit more flexibility. But in order to start to build up your credit score, you need to have some sort of credit in your name. Not in your parents' name, in your name. Part of your credit score, it relates to how you do your banking. So it's time, if you haven't done it, it's time to open up your savings account and checking account. It's time to open it up. It's time to put it in there. Most savings accounts, most checking accounts are non-interest bearing. So if you're going to leave your money in the bank, you might as well earn some interest, open up a savings account as well. When you're looking to try to establish credit and you start to have some money in the bank, you can use your bank deposits as collateral. That is, it backs you. Now, if you want to start to establish credit, you want to put something in what I would call low risk. Get your cell phone, put in your name. Okay, some of you say you make cell phone payments. All right, you give your parents the money and they make the payment, and the cell phone's in their name. So you're not really establishing any credit yet. The phone has to be in your name and you have to make regular payments. Again, this goes to your character and your ability to make payments. It shows that you're able to do things. And probably lastly, what you do as you're trying to establish credit is you ask your parents, can you co-sign? You know, some parents are willing, some aren't. The danger of having a cosigner is that you could ruin their credit. If you miss a payment, it's a ding on their credit score, and they're not going to be happy about it, and they shouldn't be. The advantage of it is you could use your parents' credit score. So our credit score is about 820. So if our kids needed a loan, they could use our 820 score to maybe get a lower interest rate. But the disadvantage for me of signing for my kids, as by now at their age, is that they could hurt my credit. And we still want to maintain good credit. So this was just really, I'm going to click out of here. This was really a quick and simple lesson on credit and debt. That's a problem in our society. Impulse buying is a problem in our society. Amazon stock is shooting out the window because everyone's out there buying Amazon and doing a variety of different things. And during this pandemic, people are doing different things, and they're charging everything. And now that Ian's done with school, he's still here at home. He, in his spare time down there, he's transferred up here. He would work DoorDash. So he's running around picking up meals for people and delivering them. They pay for all these meals on credit card. Impulse buying. He's going to McDonald's to pick up meals for people. Okay. And I get it. We're tired of eating at home and stuff like that. But as we sit here, credit is helpful, it's needed, and it's dangerous. Best advice I would give to you is talk to mom and dad, how they manage their credit. Ask them. Look up some stuff. Google the dangers of credit. You'll come up with all kinds of things. So there are a couple. It's a little worksheet, so to speak. I turned it into multiple choice just to get you thinking a little bit about credit. And then tomorrow we will have a quiz and you're done. Short of making up any missing assignments, you are done. So I hope things are well. And don't forget to do your assignment. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.